What up? What's going on? How are we doing on this Tuesday evening? My name is Jesse, and welcome to Questionable Sports. I hope y'all are all having a great Tuesday. I am. I'm having a good day. Haven't done too much, really, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. So, it is Taco Tuesday. I did not have tacos. What did I have? I had cereal for dinner. Cereal. So it's one of them days I didn't feel like making anything. So, well, let's get started. Let's see what we're going to be talking about today. Why is that up? I don't know, but we'll get that fixed, taken care of. There we go. So here's all the social media accounts I have: Twitter, RX at Questionable Sports 8. If you want to send me a follow there. YouTube, if you're on YouTube right now, you already know at Questionable Sports. If this is your first time here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notification. There's a bell. Hit that bell, and it'll tell you whenever I go live. TikTok at Questionable Sports, and on Twitch, I play video games, sports games, RPG, shoom games, all those kind of games. So, if you want to follow me on that, you can. I talk sports on there as well. So. Not all the time. I talk whatever y'all want to talk about. Same here. But welcome back. I hope if this is your first time, again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If it's your first, if you've been here before, you know how this works. We just talk sports. If you want to talk about something, put it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Anything you want to know, let's talk about it. We got sports news, what to watch. Scotty should be joining. So Scott's players of the week. Oh, no, I take that back. I think Scotty's got something different this week he wants to talk about. So, Scott's segment, let's just put it that way. We got question of the day, top 25 important dates. And, of course, this is my show. So, I have the last word. So, but let's start off by talking about last week and the shots I'm going to have to take today. Where is my... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. All right. As you can see right there, the Stars are playing later on at 7 o'clock, or here at 7 o'clock. They're going to start playing kickoff. I don't have my phone right now, so I can't, But let's start off with Put a Shot on It segment from last week. The first game was Baylor. I picked Baylor over TCU. Damn it. TCU won. That game, I stopped watching it because it actually went to a weather delay, and they switched games. They had the game on still if you wanted to watch it on ESPN Plus, but I didn't put it on because Baylor was already losing, and they end up going to another weather delay. So that game ended I think it started at 11. I don't think it ended until about 5, almost 5:30 Saturday. So yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I didn't finish watching the game. Let's just say that, but it is what it is. So TCU won. That sucks. So this is for that one. Cheers. So, whiskey. I don't have a problem with whiskey. I like whiskey. The other game, I picked LSU over Vandy. Vandy upsetted LSU. Now, real quick, let's talk about that game real quick while we're here. LSU, Brian Kelly. Fans, we already got some firings going on. I'm going to talk about those fires that happened this week too. But Brian Kelly, he could be on the hot seat. He could be on that hot seat. He needs to watch out because he keeps losing games. They're projected to win all these national championships. Got good players, but to lose games like this against Vandy, and I'm not going to knock Vandy. Vandy's a good team. They lost to Alabama, which is their only loss, but Alabama has been playing strong and really, really good since they lost to Florida State week 1. So it was week 1, so I'm not going to say any team should get a pass because when you come to play, you got to come to play. You can't just be like, oh, it's week 1, I'm not going to come to play. But since week 1, Alabama has been playing really, really good, and Florida State has not been playing really, really good. They have been faltering. So, another game, Ole Miss over Georgia, which was a really, really good game. I actually see these two maybe it's going to be a toss-up, but they could play each other again in the SEC championship game. Texas A&M is in there too, so I'm not going to sit there and knock them. I'm not going to knock Alabama either because they're another ones that's there. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It is Tuesday, and thank you for joining the show. I don't know why I told you what the day was, but it is Tuesday. I'm not lying. The other game, I actually got that one wrong. I picked Ole Miss over Georgia. Georgia won that one. One game that I one game that I did get right was the Alabama over Tennessee. Like I said, Alabama's been playing really good, so I mean I couldn't not take that one. I like both teams. I don't not like either one of them, so that's why I was like it was kind of tough because I wouldn't mind have seen Tennessee upset Alabama because I know everybody's tired of seeing Alabama, but I just felt like as strong as Tennessee's been playing, not Tennessee, Alabama's been playing, I didn't see them losing against Tennessee. Um, Now, like I said, with going back to the LSU Vandy, LSU always has that one game that they're gonna lose, that they're gonna find a way to lose, and that's this. I think that's the game that it was against the Vandy game. Um, but the other last game that I chose was the Cowboys over Washington. How about them Cowboys? Whoop whoop! It didn't work. Hold on. Here we go. Yep. Cowboys won. It was a really, really good game. It was a fun game to go to. I'll tell you what. I was at the game. Um, when I was walking in, normally when I go into the Cowboys game or, just watching it on TV, I always have some kind of like, can we win this one? Can we not? I think we're going to, this game, Cowboys tend to like, don't play well against certain teams. But going into this game, I was like, I have a good feeling about this game. I think Cowboys are going to play really good. I hope they just lost to Carolina. The Cowboys seem to be like this. So they just lost. So the only thing they can do is go back up. So that's how I felt it was going to be. It's going to be, hey, I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to have a really good chance of winning this game, especially, and I think this helps a lot, two of their receivers were out. The two top receivers were out, Debo and McLaurin were out. So that helped the defense a lot. I felt like if I was a Washington fan that they got away from the run way too easily. As soon as the Cowboys took the lead, because they scored first. So when Washington got the ball, they were automatically already throwing the ball just because they were already down one score. And they were gashing. They ran the ball in the first drive. They had three good runs. They were like 8 or 9 yards. And then they'll go to a pass. Then they'll go to another pass. And then they got down to a couple of times where they had Washington on a third and 2 or something like that. And Washington threw the ball. You've been gashing them for 8, 9 yards. Why are you throwing the ball on third down and 2? And then the other times the receivers just flat out dropped the ball. I mean, they were wide open. They just dropped the ball. And I was like, hey, I'll take it. I will take it. So, but then, so they got the safety, which that hurt really bad. And I had a couple of people ask me, why are they running the ball? I was like, that's kind of one of your safest plays is to run the ball. I'm like, yeah, you might say quarterback sneak or whatnot, but I'm like, I wouldn't want to put Dak in that situation, do a quarterback sneak. I mean, you have an offensive lineman that's a decent offensive lineman that we seen them gash defenses all the time. So why not, try to get a couple of yards, do a simple run, and that's what it was, a simple run. But still got beat. Somebody else got beat. I can't remember who got beat right off the bat, and that kind of like went downhill from there. He almost got out. It was close. It was close, but it was a safety. And then that next drive when Washington got the ball right after the safety, they ran the ball really good. They ran the ball. They drove down the field, scored a touchdown. And then Cowboys went down, scored a touchdown. Cowboys got the ball back, scored a touchdown. Now Washington's behind, and they just completely abandoned the run. Abandoned the run. One of the plays, the CeeDee Lamb touchdown, I remember I was watching the play, and I was like, oh, I was pointing at like Dak could see me, But I'm pointing at CeeDee like, he's open down the middle. And then when he threw it, I was like, oh, no, he might have thrown it too late. And no, he got it there. The two defenders ran into each other, and it was a touchdown. So that was an awesome one. But it was fun. So it was cool. Like, 'cause me and my wife, we were sitting there, and then we had the guys next to us. He was cool. I known him. I seen him before, and we had two other on to my left over here that was really cool. They were from out of town, and they were real cool. And they were asking a lot of questions, talking about Cowboys, and they were huge Cowboys fans. You could tell, because they were just talking a lot of Cowboys. They knew about the Cowboys. And then in front of us was an older gentleman, and he was a Washington fan. But you talking about a really nice, cool, funny dude that was a Cowboy fan. I mean, not a Cowboy fan, a Washington fan. And this is one thing I've said. Washington fans have never been an issue when we go to the stadium. Giants fans, we've been there. They've never been an issue. We've been to Carolina. We've been to Detroit. We've been to several different teams. They've never been an issue. There's just something about the Eagles fans that they're ruthless. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys fans are not. I know Cowboys fans can be obnoxious, jackasses, dumbasses too. But this guy, he was really nice, really fun. He rooted for the Commanders when they did good. Of course, when the Cowboys did we rooted. He didn't get mad. He wasn't upset. He was yelling at his team for not doing well, but it was fun. It was fun. It's always fun when we go to the game. So one thing. I mean, every time Cowboys scored, the crowd was going crazy. It was nice. It was fun, or whatever. But when DaRon Bland made that interception and went for the end zone, I think that was the loudest it was the whole day. I feel like everybody just knew that not only that the Cowboys defense need that, but DaRon Bland needed that. They were just everybody. It was loud. I felt like it was really loud when he scored. Everybody was excited. Even the guy next to me, as soon as he had that, he picked it off. He was already saying pick six, pick six. He's like, that's a touchdown, because DaRon Bland knows nothing but interception and touchdowns. That's all he knows. So it was really cool. It was really fun. I love the fact that he got an interception. But when Mariota threw that ball from where I was sitting at, it just felt like that ball was sitting in the air forever. Like it was just floating. And I was just like, oh, there's no way in hell there's not. I didn't know who it was at the time before it intercepted until he started running down the sideline, and everybody knew it was DaRon Bland at that time. But I was like, that's going to get intercepted. That's what I was like. It was just floating in the air. I was like, that's getting intercepted. And sure enough, there goes DaRon Bland coming out of nowhere and just grabbing it and going to the end zone. So, yeah, that was awesome. That was really, really fun. So I'm glad the Cowboys got a win. I'm not going to sit there and say that the Cowboys defense is back or they got good because of that. But what I am going to say is, hey, let me tell you something, Oscar. I'm glad you said something in the chat right now. Time to get Maxx Crosby. There are talks right now. I was going through my phone, and people in the Raiders organization, not Cowboys just yet, but Raiders organization are saying that the Cowboys and Raiders are working on a trade right now to get Maxx Crosby here in Dallas. So my wife was going through her phone. I don't know what she was going through, her social media account. But one of the things said that Diggs has put his house up for sale. And when she said that, I was like, maybe they might be doing something with Crosby because, he already said he wanted to come to Dallas. And he might be put up for a trade. Excuse me, I get a drink. He might be put up for a trade to go to the Raiders, and Crosby comes to him. Bring him to a winning team. Raiders are just ass. Give up Gentry too. Raiders are trying to build something. They're trying to get a running game. They're trying. As every organization, they think they're like missing this, missing that. But I think they're missing more than just a running back. They need a quarterback. They need an offensive line. Their offensive line's not that great. They need a defense just like the Cowboys needs a defense. So Cowboys have a better shot. If they have a better defense, imagine if Cowboys had a better defense. If we had a better linebacker, oh, wait, we got Overshown returning. If we got a better defensive line, wait, we might get Maxx Crosby. I don't know why I keep calling Maxx, but Maxx Crosby. We need better secondary. Well, we ain't got nothing. Let's go Jets. Are you talking about the Winnipeg Jets or are you talking about the New York Jets? Which one are you talking about, Tyler G? You got to be more specific around here. There's too many Jets going around. So, but yeah, that was my experience at the Cowboys game. It's not my first. I've been to plenty of them. I'm going to plenty more afterwards. If we had a defense like a consistent defense, we would be unstoppable. True statement. But you can't say that in the NFL because I would say any given Sunday, anything can happen. Because everybody was talking about how great Packers are and how great the Packers are going to be this year. Even one of their own players said that they're going to go undefeated, and they turn around and tie the Cowboys. They lose the game. They already lost 2 games, so I'm sure I'm not the only one that thought the Packers are going to be a team that's unbeatable. Everybody thought the Ravens were going to be unbeatable, but look at they're struggling. That's true. Look at Baker Field. Oh man, poor Baker. I'm not a Baker Mayfield because he went to Oklahoma, but he's playing really good. You can't hate on that since he's in the NFL. But both his receivers are down. So I have Mike Evans in my fantasy football, and yeah, he didn't give me no points yesterday. So I had to drop him, kind of pick up some other receivers, find somebody. He's going to be out for a while. He broke his collarbone, so he's going to be out for a while. But yeah, that was one of the things I was going to talk about. Oscar, you jumped the gun, but it's all good. I don't mind jumping the gun, talking about that. So that would be a nice addition, but I think Cowboys need more help than just one player on defense. We need a linebacker. I know Overshown's returning, not anytime soon. He's probably about a month out. But if we're still doing that playoff push, if we're still doing well, I think, damn it, Stars are losing 1-0. And that's not even 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes into the game. They're already losing. Come on, Stars. They're on a 2-game losing streak as well. They need to get the shit together. But let's move right along. Let's talk about sports news. I mean, that's kind of what we started talking about right now with Max Crosby. But if y'all want to talk about anything, bring it up in chat. We'll talk about it. I don't care. This show is not regulated to anything. We talk about everything. Nobody tells me when or what to say. I say what I want until my wife says get off. Then I got to get off. But she's the boss, so she can say anything. First thing first, let's talk about the Longhorns real quick. They did win against Kentucky. It was a close game. It was not pretty, but I'm liking number 21. I was telling my wife, he's a punt returner. I'm not sure I remember his name because I'm not. In college, it's hard to keep up with everybody's name. There's just so many teams, and I watch so many teams. So I don't even try to remember. I just say their numbers. So if you know their names, that's awesome. But number 21 for Texas, he was the one that helped them in Oklahoma with that punt return for a touchdown. And guess what he did this week? Punt return for a touchdown. So yeah, he was. I think he kind of was a savior, not only against Oklahoma. I know Texas was already up against Oklahoma, but he's the one that kind of put the nail in the coffin with that kick punt return for a touchdown. Same thing this week. I don't even think Texas was up at the time. They may have been tied, but when he returned that punt, that was kind of what helped them to victory. So, and a lot of people, and I'm not going to sit there and say you're wrong when it comes to the Texas offense. They want to blame Archie, and I'm not going to say you're wrong, but it also starts at the front on the offensive line. That offensive line is getting no push. The offensive line is not getting Archie no time. That offensive line is not getting a running game going. You have to have all that. You got to Archie. I'm gonna call it Archie because I don't know him like that. Archie Manning is. I think I already said this before. I think he's a good RPO quarterback, but I think he'll be a great play action quarterback. I think that's his style. Not to sit back and, pick a defense apart or anything like that. But if he has a good running game, I feel like Archie's going to be a really good quarterback. But they have to figure something out on that offensive line or that running game. They have to help him out. It's just not him. But again, and I know there may be arguments. I know that people are going to sit there and say, well, he's the quarterback. He needs to, help, but he got to be a superstar. Think about other teams, other quarterbacks. And you're absolutely right. If he's going to be the leader of this team, he has to help and figure this stuff out too. He has to, be able to read off the defense and be like, I got to get this ball out quickly. I got to find out who's blitzing. I got to get my protection right so I can make sure I can get enough time to get this ball down the field. Receivers got to get open. I mean, I feel like there's no receivers. They don't have a solid number one receiver on their team. So they needed some help right now. And We all thought I'll sit there and say it myself. I thought that they would be a great team that, especially with their defense, because their defense is what's keeping them in the game. Their defense is the reason they're in the Kentucky game, in the Oklahoma game, any of these games. They're the only reasons why they're doing anything. So don't sleep on that Texas defense. I think that Texas defense is really good. Mom, you said Blue Jays are going to the World Series. Yes, they are. They haven't been in the World Series since the 70s. So this is not their first time there, but they have. This is it's been some years now. It's been over 40 years since they went to the World Series. Now, do I think they're going to win? Oh, hell no. Them Dodgers are really good. Now, I did say this though. Dodgers might lose game 1 because they have not played a game in over a week. So baseball's all about hot streaks. Batters getting in a hot streak, being hot. Pitchers, being warm, ready to go. Now the bullpen, on the other hand, might be good. Might be rested because you in a playoffs and World Series, you need your bullpen. But the World Series starts Friday, October 24th at 7:00. So that's game 1. So y'all be ready, be square. All right, it's time to take my second shot. I'm gonna take my second shot on the LSU losing to Vandy. What else do y'all want to talk about? I mean, I got some stuff here I've got written down that we could talk about, but I'm always all ears here for y'all, whatever y'all want to talk about. I don't mind. I don't discriminate. I just participate. But yeah, I don't with Texas, I just feel like they just got to figure out their offense. They can figure out their offense and get something going. They're going to be a team that's going to be tough to beat, especially with that defense. But other than that, I don't see them playing for the SEC championship. It's going to be a struggle just to get into the playoffs for them right now. They're at 22. They actually lost a spot. Even by winning, they lost a spot in the top 25. And we'll talk about the top 25 later on here, later in the segment. But I think I just heard Scotty just join.
What's up?
What's going on, Scotty? Welcome back. You were missed dearly last week.
I am back.
Yes, sir. I hope you had a great vacation. People asked about you. I said you were on a business trip. And
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're back. I'm sure they're glad you're back. So I was just talking about Texas offense. I talked about the Blue Jays and the Dodgers going to the World Series. We talked some Cowboys, Max Crosby's possible trade. Speculations are coming up right now about that going on. So
Yeah.
that's all I've gotten so far. I'm glad you're here because now we can start talking about something that happened this weekend that I felt like there was. And for Cowboys fans, I think it's okay; they don't mind. But I know in your eyes, it's not that great. But how do you lose a game, when you're winning 19-0 in the fourth quarter and you dominate the whole game? So I know you don't want to talk about it, Scotty. I know it's tough, but this is types of things that we have to talk about. Even though when Cowboys come in here and they lose to a Carolina team or a Bears team, I got to step to the plate and talk about it. But let me take this shot real quick. This is because I picked LSU over Vandy, and Vandy upsetted them. My mom said hi, Scotty, by the way.
Hello. Well, poorly called defense.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They did the same thing they did against the Cowboys towards the end of the game. They just started playing. Rushing only 3, dropping everyone else, and
yeah.
they're still finding holes.
So I was listening to one of your fans that had called into y'all's radio station, and he said you have one of the best lines in the game, and then you instead of rushing 4 and just dropping 7, which is perfectly fine in NFL, because especially when you have a line like the Giants do, you drop 3 and
you could probably rush more because you don't really have to worry about them running.
Yeah, I mean you look. I'm using it as a prime example, Scott.
They played.
Go ahead.
They played self man pretty much almost the whole game, and 7 guys couldn't even cover 4 receivers.
That's crazy. Well, because I don't even think they were playing man at the end. I think they were playing all zone.
I think I played man most of the
Oh, okay. Fourth quarter.
game.
Oh,
That's what they do. I think it's about 60% or something. I forget. It's like
yeah.
60 or 80% they play man.
Oscar said Dart realized it meant what it meant to be a giant. Dart had a hell of a game. Him and Scatterboo has turned that whole team around, but
Yep.
you can't. They can only do so much,
That's
and then it comes down to coaching.
That's not on Dart.
No, that's not by any means. By any means, would I say that's Dart's fault, or Dart could have done better because Dart played a hell of a game. He said he said I'm joking, Scott. He don't want you yelling at him at work. But by any means was that Dart's fault. I felt like Dart did everything he could to make that team, put that team in a winning position, and coaching is what made them lose. People were even asking, why are you passing in the fourth quarter? You know, even though Dart threw an interception, I still don't believe it was his fault. I think it was the fact that why are you calling a pass? He said they got the potential.
Yeah, the last drive they should have ran.
Just run the clock out. You're fucking winning.
Yeah. That was one. That and special teams.
Yeah.
The kicker, he missed the first extra point.
Yeah.
So then the next time they tried for 2 because they were worried. And they missed that, and then he missed another extra point.
Well, let me ask you about this, Scott. Well, let me ask you, I don't know, not ask you, but let me tell you this. They've waived that kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that. So they waived him. So if they waived him, who are they going to have? I mean, who are they going to get?
They picked up 2 kickers, and they supposedly had a competition. And the whatever his name, Makatemi or whatever his name is, supposedly won. They picked up him and then a Japanese kicker. Forget his name.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to be playing this week, maybe.
That's crazy. That's crazy when it's a kicker that's holding you back. You know, Cowboys don't have that issue. I'm kidding. Let me not say that. I don't want to jinx us.
I mean, we went through this last year.
Yang Ho? Is it Yang Ho?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, he was with Atlanta. He was really good in college.
Yeah, they got him from Atlanta.
Yeah.
But we went through the same thing last year where there was one game where we had to do 2-point conversions the whole game because our kicker got hurt.
Oh my goodness.
And then this year, same kicker, he's hurt again. He's old too.
Yeah.
Grant Gano.
Oh yeah, Robert. Yeah.
And so same thing this year. Instead of even going to the UFL and getting a kicker for nothing.
Yeah, they got kickers in UFL.
Yeah.
Couple of things. NBA starts today, guys, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA starts today. I can see not right now, but in a ticker up there, the Houston and Oklahoma are playing each other right now. So, if you're watching this, I appreciate y'all watching us while you're watching that.
Two football games going on right now.
I'm watching one of them. I'm Kennesaw State, and I got that on what to watch. Kennesaw State and whoever they're playing. It's on commercial right now. Kennesaw State's up, huh?
Is it Delaware or no?
No, Delaware plays tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Delaware plays tomorrow. There's 2 firings this week. 2 firings. Colorado State fired Jay Novell, the head coach. He's been there 6 years. I don't know what Colorado State is trying. They're a solid team. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say that you're.
They're not. Yeah, they're not horrible.
They're not horrible, but you're not going to be anything more than mid-tier. Nothing against you. Nothing against the whole. But that program is not. It's going to be. It'll be hard. Let's just say it would be hard to improve or to pick up more. I mean, look how hard it is for Colorado, and they're playing Florida International. That's who Kennesaw State's playing.
That's right. Yeah.
It's you got your crosstown rival Colorado, who's a good school, and they're struggling to get players there, good players. So that's I don't get why you fire him. I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he's a good coach. I mean, this opens opportunity for him because there's a lot of coaching positions that are opened up. So
yeah.
Let
me
go ahead.
And so let me ask you this: you think Brian Kelly's next?
Oh, I just said that earlier because I picked LSU over Vandy, and Vandy won when I was talking earlier, and I said Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. He always seems to have that bad loss, and that bad loss could have been this Vandy one, and people are probably getting tired of it because you got a good squad, you got a good team. Your only weakness is probably your defense, but at the same time, it's still a good team. So Oscar said, yeah, and then he said he's next. So, but the one firing that surprised me besides James Franklin, I'm sorry, I'm still on that James Franklin. I think James Franklin's a good coach. He's going to go somewhere and coach somewhere. And I'm not going to say he's going to win national championship, but whatever he does, he's be good.
I think he'd go with Florida.
I think so. I mean, we talked about, Florida State maybe fire their coach, but they said they're not going to make no decisions until after the season's over. And that's like, I don't think Florida State fits his personality, persona.
No, on Florida State.
Yeah, but Florida does.
Yeah.
Florida fits that. And one thing I didn't bring up the big upset this week. How about Miami going down to Louisville? I mean, I said it last week on Wednesday. I said Louisville's a good team. I think they're going to give Miami trouble. But I said I think Miami's going to win. I think late in the game Miami's going to pull it away. I was wrong. I was right at the beginning, but at the end I was wrong. Miami could not pull it away. Maybe. Let me ask you this, Scotty. I don't know if you watched the game or not. But
I did, yeah. I was in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, true. Was Carson Beck exposed? Did the ACC or did the defense figured him out like the SEC did when he was at the SEC? Because once the SEC figured him out, they shut his ass down.
He's always been, in my opinion, anyway, I think he's always kind of been up and down.
So do you see him as a mid-tier quarterback, or do you see him as a high-tier quarterback in the
draft?
Yeah.
I'd probably see him like a third round.
Mid-tier. I see him. I mean, I think I might see him going third or fourth round. That's one thing we need to do. Probably when the end of the football season, which I hate talking about that because that means it's getting close. But we could break down like each week, running backs, quarterbacks, defensive players and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And who we think what position they are in the draft board and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now they're firing. And again, this is I know I got off track there with the James Franklin firing again, but this one kind of surprised me. But then looking into it and listening and reading some of the stuff I read, it was a thing that was going to happen anyways. But the firing of Billy Napier for Florida, I was like, he just won. Thank you, Mom. My mom said, "How was your vacation, Scotty?"
Oh, it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Apparently, they didn't sign him, so he stayed with me. His business trip didn't go as planned, so he stayed here with me. Nah, I'm kidding. But that one surprised me because he just won the game. They just beat Mississippi State. Yeah, it was a close game. They won by 1 point. But what was crazy is the fans were still booing him as he was coming off the field.
Yeah, the fans wanted him going.
Yeah.
I think that was
crazy. But then looking into it, I saw that they already had it decided the week before to fire him on Wednesday, but they didn't want to fire him just then, right before the game. So they was like they'll wait until after the game. So they already had decided they were going to fire him, but they just decided to wait on the firing. So
Yeah.
he is fired. So that opens up Florida, Penn State, Colorado State, UCLA, which I don't think that coach is going anywhere at UCLA. They're 3-0 since he's been
Yeah.
the coach and offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Who else is out there? What else coach?
South Carolina.
No, South Carolina still got their coach. It was
Well, yeah, I mean, he's probably going to be on the hot seat.
Oh yeah, they got to figure something out with him. And I think that's who Texas got next is South Carolina. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But I'm thinking there was another team that got Virginia. Virginia's position is open up. Hey, what about James Franklin going to Virginia?
Nah, I don't see him going there. I don't think he could win a national championship with Virginia.
They won it before. They have a great tradition. They have a badass entry.
Yeah.
So, and I can see a bunch, huh?
I just don't think that they have the appeal like a Penn State or Florida has.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the prestige is what you know. That's what really you're thinking of the prestige. You know, they don't have that prestige. Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying they couldn't, but I think it'd be harder to get players in there.
Yeah. All right, let's move right along. It's time for what to watch. I got to make sure this is working. It was working earlier, so everything's looking good. What to watch? NBA. Again, NBA started today. Rockets versus Thunder, 6:30 on NBC. So it's on right now. You see it on the ticker. You got the Warriors versus Lakers, 9 p.m. on NBC. Hey, Scotty, one thing we need to do too. Let's do this next week so we have time to get it together. Well, I mean, it's gonna take too much, but who do you see in the NBA Finals? Let's do
Okay.
Something like that next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, I think I think NBA is going to be fun. Mavericks, I think, has got a good team. I feel like they don't play until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. They play tomorrow at 8:30. Late game, but they play late. But I think it's a fun team to watch. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to watch them. I know there are going to be some games on regular TV, and there are going to be some that are going to be like NBC, ESPN. So I think tomorrow is going to be ESPN for the Mavericks. So check them out. What else to watch? College football: Kennesaw State versus Florida International University, 6:00, which they're playing right now. Kennesaw State is up 24-7 on ESPN2. Tomorrow, if you ain't got nothing to do at 6:30, you do now. Mid Tennessee State University versus Delaware. That's tomorrow at 6:30 on ESPN2. Again, watch that and then turn around and start watching the Mavs on ESPN at 8:30. So you got something to do if you ain't got nothing to do. NFL football, you got the 3-3 Vikings versus the 4-3 Chargers Thursday 7:15 Prime Video. I know this one should be a good one. I think, in my opinion, Scott, I think it's going to be a good one. Vikings defense versus Chargers offense. Chargers defense has not been good at all, but Vikings offense has not been good at all. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a stalemate until late fourth quarter. So that's all I got for what to watch today, tomorrow, Thursday. We'll be back Thursday. Go Friday. What?
Friday got North Texas at Charlotte.
Yep, North Texas should beat Charlotte. I think Charlotte's 3-3 or 3-4, something like that.
So, they should be able to beat them, yeah.
Yeah, they should. But so yeah, North Texas is Friday, but I'll have that up on what to watch next on Thursday. So moving right along, it's time for Scott's segment. Scott said he's got something to talk about. So
yep,
it's all yours, Scotty. We're all ears.
All right. Some big changes coming to UFL this year. They got rid of 3 teams. The Michigan Panthers, San Antonio Brahmas, and Memphis Showboats are no more. They added 3 new teams. Let me see what they added. Columbus Aviators, Louisville Kings, and Orlando Storm. And then Arlington Renegades are now Dallas Renegades. I'm not sure. I haven't seen where if they're still playing.
So what I've heard, they're not playing in Choctaw anymore, which is in Arlington. They moved, but I'm not sure where they're playing at now. So
yeah, I haven't seen.
But I know they're not playing in Arlington no more. I'm not sure where they moved to. I know you brought up that maybe the Cotton Bowl, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where else, unless they go up to like Frisco or something. But
yeah, I mean, they can play out with these high schools or whatever, because those high schools just as big as college schools.
Yeah, some of them are. Allen is.
Yeah, or SMU.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and then Houston is not the Roughnecks anymore. They're going to be the Houston Gamblers.
Oh yeah, Houston Gamblers.
Yep.
What made them change their name? I mean, what? I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's not like it's going to make a difference changing your name. You're going to play any better.
Yeah, I don't know why they would change their name, but yeah, they did.
All right, let me take this shot. This is the last shot. Oh, continue talking, Scotty, while I take this shot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's really all I have. I mean, once I hear where the Renegades will be playing, I can let you know. But yeah, that's all I have for.
All right. I'm
so far. UFL.
Yeah, UFL. I thought they start on Thursday. I guess you're talking baseball, Mom. Are you talking Mavs? Mavs play Wednesday, which is tomorrow. If you're talking baseball, baseball is Friday, which is
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. So this shot right here is because I picked Georgia over Ole Miss. Ole Miss did not win; they lost, but it was a really good game. So, like I said, I think they can probably meet in the SEC, but Texas A&M may have something to say about that. So, cheers. Well, I guess we're moving right along to the question of the day, Scotty.
All right.
That one's burning my tongue. I don't know why. Question of the day is, what is your favorite movie? This one came from my daughter. Last week I asked what was y'all's favorite scary movie because we're in October. My daughter said, why don't you do what's your favorite movie, Daddy? And I said, okay, I'll do it this week. So I did it today. What is y'all's favorite movie of all time? I know I've done it before, but, got to make my kids happy or my daughter happy. So I only have one. So that is the question. What is your favorite movie? So y'all think about it. We're going to move on to top 25. Scotty, are you ready for the top 25?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mavericks play on Wednesday, Mom, not Thursday. All right. Looking at the top 25. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the top 25 right here. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of people who are got knocked out. Some people who got back in. What'd you say, Scotty?
I said a lot of losses this week.
Yeah. How many did you say? How many?
9, and I think 4 in the top 10.
9 ranked teams lost. 4 in the top 10. I believe 3 were non-ranked wins over ranked teams, and it could have been more than that. I take that back. It could be more. But it was a lot of upsets this week. Again, the first one was Friday when Miami went down to Louisville. Look at 19. Welcome to the top 25, Louisville. They're the first time in the top 25. We do have some others: Illinois, Arizona State, and Michigan. They all been in the top 25. So welcome back, y'all 3.
Yeah,
we're gonna say return. Yep, we're gonna say goodbye to USC, Memphis, Utah, and Nebraska. Nebraska just got in, and they got knocked right back out. They lost.
Yeah,
Who they lose to, Scott?
they lost to Minnesota,
Minnesota. Yeah.
which I'm
Minnesota.
surprised they haven't cracked the top 25. I'm not
Minnesota.
sure
You talking
how well
Minnesota?
they're doing. Yeah,
Well, they lost to. They got their ass beat to Ohio State the week before.
yeah, that's true.
So they lost to not the week before, the week before that. They lost to Ohio State 42-3.
Yeah,
So Illinois just got knocked out because they lost to Ohio State, but they came back with the win this week. So they're back in the top 25. Arizona State with the win over Texas Tech, they're in the top 25. And in Michigan
and
with
then
their
oh no, go ahead.
so in Michigan with their win over
Yeah,
who they play? Washington got back in the top
yeah,
25.
I was gonna say Georgia Tech has been sneaky quiet. They slipped
Sneak.
into the top 10.
I was talking about that on Wednesday. I don't know if you watched the show, Scott. I know you're busy and it's okay. But I brought this up. I was like, Georgia Tech being sneakily quiet. Nobody's talking about them in the top 10 now. In the top 10. And they had a hell of a game this week. It wasn't an easy game. So they played good against Duke. So,
oh yeah, Duke's kind of solid team.
yep, they're a solid team. So
They got Syracuse this week, so I mean they should probably win that.
they should win that. But Syracuse is one of them teams. I'm not going to say Syracuse is one of them teams that we talk about as scrappy because they're not really a scrappy team. But they always tend to do something to piss you off because they knock somebody out the top or beat an upset. So
yeah, I mean, they got their ass whooped by SMU though.
oh dang. So on here, I'm gonna say one surprise on here to me that I feel like I'm not gonna sit there and say I don't think they deserve it, but I don't think they're a team that's gonna be good enough to be up there. Is Oklahoma, even though they're 6-1, I just don't think they have enough offensive power.
Yeah, there's two teams.
Mantier, how you say his name, Scott?
Mantier.
There you go, Mantier. I think they brought him back way too early. So yeah, I just feel like maybe Oklahoma's maybe up there too far. They're right now they're on the outside looking in. Because right now, as of right now, because one of the G5 schools is going to be in, and that'll be South Florida. So that takes Notre Dame that's going to be close for Notre Dame. Oklahoma's going to be close. BYU, if they win the Big 12 championship, maybe they're automatically in. So when is the first release of the?
I think it's after this week. Isn't it?
I think you're absolutely right. So after this week, we should have the first release of the committee's rankings. So and again, the committee's ranking is the top 12 that are getting in.
Yep.
So
there's one team on here. I think Tennessee's too high. They haven't beaten anybody. I mean, they kept it close with Georgia, but other than that, their biggest win is what, Arkansas?
And Arkansas, the only thing Arkansas did was almost beat Texas A&M.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Tennessee probably should be higher, but
higher or like in the 20s.
Yeah.
Are out of the top. Okay.
Oh no, not necessarily out.
Okay.
Because they kept it pretty close with Georgia.
I think Notre Dame is too high. I think they need to be lower, maybe in the top 10, because their two losses were against good teams. Texas A&M, who's ranked 3, and Miami, which ranked 9. So maybe at 10, I think Notre Dame should be at. They only went up one spot after their win, but I mean, I think they should be a little higher.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams. You know, we got some 6-2s, 7-0 BYU, who's been they've been quietly good too.
Yeah.
So, but Texas Tech should win out. I mean, their schedule is favorable. They got Oklahoma State, Kansas State. Oh, they do got BYU. Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, November 8th.
Is that when it says? They don't have a date on mine. Mine says to be determined.
Yeah, November 8th, Texas Tech and BYU play.
Dang, that's gonna be a good one. That was gonna be a good one. But other than that,
Winner will
Texas
probably
dropped the
be in
spot,
the.
huh?
I say the winner of that game will probably be in the Big 12 championship.
They might be together. Well, no, because Tech,
Well,
if Tech loses, they're gonna have 2 losses. If BYU wins or loses, they're both gonna have 1 loss.
yeah,
So I mean, they could meet again.
they could. Yeah,
So Virginia's been quietly good. Nobody's really talking about Virginia.
yeah,
Everybody's been talking about Vanderbilt, and yeah, I get it because they're in the SEC and it's tough to win in the SEC. But you can't sleep on
yeah,
Georgia Tech. You can't sleep on Virginia. Don't sleep on BYU. Don't sleep on Louisville. We saw what they can do.
yeah.
So so there are some down here at the bottom when I'm looking at the what's called others who got votes. James Madison, come on now, let's be real.
Yeah.
Tulane, I know you're still riding on Tulane, Scotty.
Nah, I think I'm out on them now.
Oh, okay.
It's most likely going to be South Florida, I think.
Yeah, I think South Florida's schedule's favorable. Let me look at it right now. They got they got Memphis this week.
Yeah,
Memphis is gonna
that'll
be
be a
mad
good
to
one.
lose. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
Then
it'll be a
they
good game.
then they got UTSA, Navy, who's playing really good. UAB, who just upset it somebody last week, and
Yeah,
Rice. They upset it Memphis.
they beat Memphis.
Yep. So, yep. You got still got a lot of good college football games going on, ladies and gentlemen. So don't sleep on any of these games. Let's see. Hold on. We got a couple of questions. Hey, Scotty, how were we supposed to see you take a shot and you don't bet? Scott don't bet. Scott doesn't do that.
Yeah, I
Scott,
don't play shots on.
Scott's got to be the one that thinks about everything.
I'll give you the. I'll pick against the spread.
He'll pick against the spread. My son's going to turn into an alcoholic for betting on these games. Yeah, because I keep freaking losing. Because I bet with my heart. I bet with my heart. I don't bet with my head. I don't bet with my head. What we got next on it's time for back to the question of the day before we go to important dates. So what was y'all's favorite movies? Y'all let me know. Let us know. My favorite movie, man, I got a lot. The Green Mile, I think, is one of my favorites, but I cannot watch that movie because it's so sad. But it's really good. So good.
A good one.
What about you, Scotty?
I think last time I said it was Big Fish. I think that's the one I said.
Oh yeah.
That one's really good. And Good Will Hunting.
Good one. Oh, that's a good one. What is
Yeah,
that one?
I like that one.
What is that one called? It's not my favorite, but it's a good one to watch if you're the one with the dude.
The Big
The
Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
a good
a
one.
classic. Like that's a cult classic. Like there's certain movies that certain time of the years that I have to watch. Like we got Halloween. You know, you gotta watch it. Hopefully you can find the Gremlins on TV. You gotta watch the Gremlins. Even though I get mad every time the guy says, "Don't feed them after midnight and don't get them wet." He had 2 jobs.
I think that's more of a Christmas movie for me.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, and it's a toss up. People say it's a Christmas. Some say it's a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends on you really. It could be both for y'all because like the Nightmare Before Christmas, a lot of people say that's both. So, but we start watching it at Halloween time. But Christmas time, I got so many Christmas movies. But one movie I gotta watch for Thanksgiving is what is it? Airplanes, automobiles,
trains, planes, and automobiles. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotta watch that one during Thanksgiving time. I think that's a great movie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think The Green Mile is probably my. And normally I like funny movies and sports movies and stuff like that, but so it's hard for me to get into some of these like sentimental movies or movies like that. But that one right there, I was like, from start to finish, it was like nonstop. I could sit there and watch it nonstop.
Yeah.
So, but now it's time for important dates. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all favorite movie is. What's your favorite movie? don't know. Oh, yeah, they're doing Stitch. What?
Okay, when Leah said when I went to class, I fought and then Stitch was like,
Yeah, that was funny. So important dates: NCAA college football selection day, which is the day they select for the bowl games. It's December 7th. College football playoff starts December 19th and 20th. NFL trade deadlines November 4th, but it sounds like Cowboys are making some moves right now. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they could come to an agreement on a trade. If not, it is what it is. But November 4th is the trade deadline at 3:00. That is a Tuesday. NBA news or dates. NBA starts today. Rockets and Thunder are playing at this moment. Later on, it will be the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. A few years back, I'd be like, "Oh, that'd be a good game to watch." But Golden State's kind of gotten older; they're not the same team, and I really don't care about the Lakers and LeBron. They do have Luka, but LeBron's not playing. I think he's hurt. But tomorrow, the Mavs and the Spurs, October 22nd at 8:30. That's a late game, but y'all can stay up and watch it. Shoot, I messed up. That was it. That's all I got for important dates. Scott, you got anything else before we move right along to the last word?
No, that's all I have.
All right, it's time for the last word. We're still at 55 subs. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if it's your first time here. Let your friends know, let your family members know, let everybody know. It's the only way we're going to get the word out. We don't have money to pay for advertisement. Ain't that right, Scott?
Yep.
Next show will be Thursday. We'll be here. We'll be talking what we're going to be watching this weekend, what to watch, and how we're going to watch it. NBA starts today, so feel free to get that in. Get your fix in NBA, and Mavs play in one day. So that's all I got, Scotty.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here.
Of course.
Minnesota, yeah, LeBron hurt. Minnesota, what does the Minnesota stand for, Oscar? What are you saying? My ear itches. Oscar said Minnesota, but I don't know what he's meant by Minnesota. What were we talking about, Scott? That he said Minnesota.
You're talking about basketball, so I guess.
Maybe he thinks that's who's going to win the NBA championship in Minnesota Timberwolves.
Maybe.
That's terrible. No. But I appreciate y'all being here today. Scotty, I appreciate you being here. I will see y'all on Thursday. Y'all stay fresh. Scotty, you as well. I'll see you at work tomorrow.
See ya.
See ya.